my name is Brittany Bauman. I met Marina a couple of years ago. I just found her online, and I'm so thankful that I did. She's been an absolute inspiration to me. I've taken several of her courses, and I'm so fortunate to be here with her again at this amazing mansion in Fort Lauderdale this year. I was here last year as well, and I've just learned so much, and I've gotten to bond with so many amazing women. And I have scaled my business to a six-figure income. So I am forever grateful for the friendship, especially Marina's, and the knowledge and the blessings that I've coming away with.
Hey, I am BB, and I met Marina through network marketing. I heard her talking about her Brand the On-Demand course and knew that I wanted something greater for myself. And I knew that I could probably reach more women with the help of Marina. So I reached out to her and I got accepted into the Brand Me On Demand. And we are on this retreat, and I have learned so much more depth about my brand and the direction I'm going. And I just feel really confident and focused on the future. And I'm very thankful for. My name is Brittany Camerati, and I met Marina a few years back at a convention, and I absolutely loved how she presented herself and how articulate she was in her messaging. And ever since then, I have followed her on social media, and this was my first chance to be a part of one of her retreats, and I am so grateful to have been here because it's been transformative to my brand and what I want to build. I feel like I get to really zone in and hone in on all of the things and all of the people that I want to help, and she's just been incredible.
My name is Jen Surfer, and I have been working with Marina for a long time now. And what attracted me to her was, obviously she's amazing at branding and what she does, but she's also very real. She'll just tell you things straight. She's not afraid to show up messy and figure things out as she goes. And I was really attracted to that. Since working with Marina, I have been able to build a brand. I have 4 offers that are bringing me money on demand. I am growing my network marketing business at the same time, and I just recently had my biggest month in my business career last month, and that is all thanks to Marina. And if you're looking for somebody that's going to take you to the next level in business and branding and showing up on social media, you have to work with Marina. You will not be disappointed.
What's up, healers? Story Cash Flow, Final Masterclass. Yes, you can see my husband that just walked by the baldy. Say hi, boo. He's so handsome. Y'all, he is so handsome. Look, they can see you. Right there, I didn't close the barn door. Hello, everyone. We are on day 5. Thank you for your patience. I know Friday was supposed to be the masterclass, and I was not feeling too hot. And I got to be honest, I'm still not feeling too hot, but here's the dealio. We got to get her done. And so I put myself together. You're going to see me drinking some ginger ale. You might hear me burp a couple times. And it's just because I'm not feeling too hot. My neck, I can't move it as much. I could just move it like this. That's about it. But here's the good news. I figured out a way to get everything that I needed to do on a whiteboard and get it done in slides because I have the most amazing Moms and Heels team on the planet, and they just show up. So I want you to give a heart in the comment section for your concierges because they have been showing up for you, volunteering their time to make sure you get your demo of Marina On Demand, Brand Me On Demand. They have made sure that you know where all the things are. And I am just so grateful. So Melinda, Alicia, Melissa, Cynthia, thank you so much. And to Donna, who is my COO, who keeps me in check and who helped me with these incredible slides for tonight. You guys are going to be freaking blown away. Now, we are going to have some fun. If you do some tagging, this is me like moving my neck. Like this is as far as I can go, okay? If you tag a homie, tag a bestie, or business friend, someone you know that wants to build a brand, and you tag them on this, or share this with them. Just drop share it in the comments if you shared this. And so I know some of you have network marketing teams. You share this in your team chats. Some of you in your team Facebook groups. Some of you are in your Telegram chats or whatever. If you shared this, drop the word shared, and that's going to enter you. And we're going to give away some goodies. We're going to give away some tumblers. And do I have them? I do. I just can't. Hold on. Oh, yep. There we go. Yep. Here we go, people. You know I got to keep it 100. We're going to give away 2 of the You Are Worth It tumblers this evening. Okay, we're going to give this away. We're going to give 2 of these away. And we're also going to give some of my books signed away. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. I see some of you on YouTube. Hi, Tawanda. It's so good to see you. Hi, Shamra. Hi, Melissa. Angeline, I saw you. How you doing with Marina on Demand, boo? Brenda said I shared with 4 people. Karen said I shared. Hello. Hi, Maud. How are you? Amy! Oh, how are you, baby? Hi, Kathy. Thank you for your patience with me, Kathy. This is how I'm moving today. This is how I'm moving. By the way, if you have a tummy ache, saltines are always the answer. Saltines are always the answer. And I still don't have foundation on. That's how we age. We throwing up. Can't move my neck. And I still don't have any foundation on. I just have contour, highlight, contour. Just saying. Are we ready? We got to get into it. We got to get in. We've got a lot to cover tonight. We got a lot to cover. Thank you. Yes. Keep praying. Keep praying. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. So tonight we've got a little bit of mixture. I've got videos for you. I've got some more testimonials for you. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate you. I've got some mic drops because you know how we roll, all the things. But I know that some of you did not get to see day 1, 2, 3, and 4. Tomorrow, they all get deleted. Meaning, if you are not VIP, you will not get to watch the replays. And so for those of you that are like, I want that damn workbook that she keeps talking about, it's like this thick, it's almost done, gorgeous, where I take notes for you. You want all the VIP replay Zooms of where I went in deep with the VIPers, and you want replays of day 1 through 5. This is going to be your last chance to get it for $70. This is going up to a $497 product. We already built out the funnel for it. So $497, that's how much this is going up to. So if you have not grabbed the replays and the VIP, this is where you can go and do that right now. So, yeah, this is literally because it's going into funnels. And just so you know, this is what I teach you how to do. Everything I just did right now, I'm teaching you how to do outside of Brand Me on Demand. So if you want the workbook, you want all the dangs, and that workbook is fire. Hold on. Let me pull up the workbook. Let me just tease you for a second. Okay. Let me just tease you. Hold, please. Hold, please. Where is it? Here we go. Right here. I'm going to tease you. I can barely move my neck, but watch this. Watch this. I'm going to share a screen. I'm going to share this right here. Watch this. You guys ready? Oh, look at this prettiness. Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. This is just day 1. We're not done yet. This is just day 1. That's just day 1. That's day 1. Day 1. We're still on day 1, people. We're still on day 1. We're still on day 1. We're still on day 1. Still on day 1. Hey, then we go into day 2. Okay. Can we talk about that for a second? You want the workbook. You want the workbook, especially if you are not going to be purchasing Marina on Demand or you're not joining Brand Me on Demand. This is like the cheapest way to get a piece of me. Oh, that's weird. Did I say that? That's weird. The cheapest way to get a piece of me. I probably should reframe that. But that's really all it is. It's the cheapest way for you to get me is this way. Okay? Grab the workbook. It's a no-brainer. I'm done pitching. I've had enough of that. Let's get into the business. Let's get into the business, shall we? Hold on. How do I remove this? Remove from studio. Remove from studio. Remove from studio. Share screen. We're going right here. I'm on the wrong slide. Look at how beautiful these are, you guys. Look at how beautiful these are, you guys. Okay, let's Let's put it in present mode. Present. Y'all see this beautiful thing? Y'all see this? Oh, that's me. That's me. That is me. Look at that. Ah! Look how good that looks. Donna. Look at how good you make me look. All right, guys, I'm going to move myself down here because I want you to see like the whole thing, the whole spiel. Are we not excited? Look at how fancy pantsy I am. Drop me a 1 if you're like, she's fancy pants. Yes. Whole new level, y'all. You want to build authority online. You have to show up that way. Let me start with this really quick, okay? I wanted to cancel tonight because I don't feel well. And I don't mean like, don't feel well. I mean, I literally had my mom on the phone telling me, you need to go to the doctor. And I'm like, I know. And I'm throwing up. And then I can't move my neck. And I got a heating pad. And then trying to do Zooms with team members. And then I'm going back and laying down. Like, I didn't want to show up. But what did I tell you guys at the very beginning? Sometimes you're going to have to do things you don't want to do. 99% of the time, building your brand is not going to look fun or be fun. I don't care what anyone else says to you. I don't care what anyone says to you. Because what we do this for is for the 1% of the lifestyle that we get and that we can create for other people. Other people. You are working hard for that 1%. And I was thinking about that. Actually, I didn't exercise. I want to share this with you guys. I did an exercise. One of my favorite women to follow in the world right now, because I am all things obsessed, Jesus. The Secret of the Anointing. And her name is Catherine Crick. And I was watching, let me bring me back up for a minute. I was watching Sunday Mass, not Mass, but church with her. I guess you call it church or whatever. And it was funny because I first started to read a book, okay? I first started to read a book that was talking about the power of proximity. And it talked about eliminating things that were in the way of getting something that you want that's so delusional that you have to eliminate what's in the way. And you have to prioritize eliminating what's in the way. And I'm like, okay, got it. So I'm reading the book and I'm like, I don't remember what book it was. I've got like 14 books over here. And I just took notes and I said, okay, so basically we think if we hustle more, we do more, we get more, right? Like we get more if we hustle more. What if you were showing up in your authority so it didn't feel like it was more? What if you were showing up in the authority so it didn't feel as if you were doing more? Hear me for a second. Some of you are not power in proximity, meaning you don't have power in the people that are around you, the authority that is around you. You have the negative naysayers that you see at work every day, your boss who's down your throat, other women who aren't supportive of your dreams, maybe a spouse who's super confused on what the hell you do and why you even do it because you're not bringing any money in just yet, or your brand is only paying for itself, it's not profiting yet, or you're profiting but then you keep reinvesting it in your business and they don't get it, right? Drop a 2 in the comments if any of this is starting to hit you, okay? Some of you have to eliminate, not all of you have to, not some of you, all of you have to eliminate what is in the way of you getting to this delusional income, this delusional lifestyle, this delusional being. You hear me? You hear me for a minute? Your proximity, the authority that is around you, The authority that you're putting yourself in is why you're stuck. Drop 10K if you're stuck at 10K months. Drop 5K if you're stuck at 5K months. Some of you are like, I'm stuck at 50K months. It doesn't matter what the number is. It all is the same. Your proximity, the authority that is around you is not elevation. So instead of you eliminating what's in the way and being power in the proximity, you focus on what isn't happening and you stay in the negative. You stay in the place of non-gratitude. So I'm reading this book. I'm reading all of this, and it's about how being grounded and being tapped into the authority, tapped into your authority, meaning me, right? Tapped into my authority. You can tap into my authority the same way I can tap into your authority, the same way you can tap into your own authority. So then, hold on, let's switch roles really quick. I go from reading a business book to now go straight from that, and I go into my class with Catherine, where I'm watching her on YouTube, sitting on my couch. I have the thing on my neck, throwing up because I don't feel well. Still, like I'm showing up. I'm showing up. I'm going to fill my spirit. I'm going to fill my spirit with the Holy Spirit. And I'm going to tap into that authority because I don't feel good. And I need to keep my mind right. And here's what she said. And I was like, right? Sometimes you read a business book and then you go to church and you're like, it doesn't make sense. It made sense. It said, the title was How to Get Out of a Slump and Get Your Joy Back. Yeah. Some of you are blocking your heaven on earth experience, win, or delusional dream because you're not eliminating or rejecting the thoughts from the enemy when they come in. You need to be saturated in prayer with overflowing gratitude to stay in proximity of the authority. I was like, no, she did not just say that. I literally was like, stop it. I was like, I cannot wait to share this with those of you. We're talking about authority, building a brand authority online. And here's what you're not seeing. And here's what I didn't see for the longest time is that your pain is your power. Because your pain's going to help you tap into the authority to serve. Period. Stay in proximity to the authority. That's it. And so if you're here right now, congratulations, you're doing that. You do that in business. You do that with your spirit. If you are in a place where you feel like you lack and you focus on the lack and you only feel the lack, you only see the lack, I can teach you every freaking strategy in the world. It's not going to work. It's not. This was not what I had planned for this evening. You're naturally adapting to the negativity. You're naturally adapting to the nonsense that's around you. You're naturally adapting to the life that you have without checking yourself, looking at the things that you have now that you prayed for 5 years ago and celebrating it. Yes, The Secret of the Anointing is this book. Secret of the Anointing. It's really good. It's amazing. I'm in my sewing season. Your pain is your power. Now, what does that have to do with stories? And what does that have to do with this masterclass? I want you to understand when we speak of your brand authority, your messaging, it matters. It's deep. It's deeper than a brand on social media. Y'all, hold on. Y'all want to see something crazy? I had a new follower this morning. I went viral on Instagram using my micro niche, doing the thing that I do. And I got this follower today, and I was like, that can't be right. I'm like, no freaking way. It said this person liked my reel, and I saw the blue check mark, and I'm like, no way. No way. No way. No way. And it said, Queen Latifah liked your reel. Hold on, let me bring this down a little bit so y'all can see. I'm not making this crap up. Look at this. Queen Latifah liked your reel. I said, hold on, the queen liked my reel? Why would she do that? That's weird. I'm like, oh my God, that has to be a fake profile. That has to be fake. I go to it, 8.1 million followers. I'm like, that is not a fake profile. Oh my God. Wait. Then it says, Queen Latifah started following you from your reel, y'all. Look, right here. Queen Latifah started following you from your reel. Do you see that? She follows me. I don't know if she still follows me because it happened this morning and I did send her a message. Hold on, let me see if she read the message. Please hold. Let me see if she read the message. Hold on. Nope, it still says sent 13 hours ago. But that woman follows me. Okay, I'm going to go to her profile. I'm going to go to her following. She is following 4,000 people. Yup. And I'm one of them. Look, I'm one of them. How the hell did that happen? I don't know her. I know her. I mean, I know her, right? Like, set it off. Like, I know her, right? The barbershop, all the things. She follows Chris Brown. Y'all know I just went to a Chris Brown concert. Y'all, like, for real. Look at that. Oh, I'm in the same following. I'm getting closer in proximity. What does that mean for me? I don't know, but it's cool, right? It's the proximity. When you are tapped into authority, you have this energetic field, this energy, this magnetism where people can't scroll past you. Queen Latifah is a rapper. She is an artist. She is an actress. She was in one of my favorite movies she did was with Common, where it was the basketball and he broke his leg. Can't remember the name of it. She did another one where she thought she was dying and she wasn't dying. And she's got some really cool movies. Like, I love her movies. They set it off as a little gangster. Okay. What's my point in all this? Before I go into this tonight, before I go into this master class, I need you to understand something. Get in proximity, tap into the authority so you can be magnetic. Your energy shows before you show up. Do I look sick? I've been throwing up all day. Do I look like I've been puking all day? Maybe a little jawline action. Just a little inflammation. More inflammation went down. You wouldn't have known if I didn't tell you. That's important to know. Okay? All right, let's get this going. I'm going to remove my fotch. Can y'all still hear me? Yeah? Drop a 1 if you can hear me. Equalizer, yeah. You in the room. Can you guys can hear me? Drop a 1. Perfect. Got it. All right. Let's grow. Let's go. Scale it. How to repurpose stories into reels, posts, emails, and evergreen cash. Look, your stories is a piece of content. If a story sequence you do, the 4 slides, and we're going to recap a little bit. The 4 slides you do hits good. Guess what you should do? Repurpose it. You don't need more followers. You need a system that sells. This is where a lot of you are making a mistake. You don't have a system that sells. Drop a 5 if you don't have a system that sells. Your story should work on repeat. I said this to one of my leaders on my network marketing team today. I said, listen, when you have story sequences that work, put it in a folder so you can reuse that sequence again. Because even if you don't have a big audience, it's okay. Listen, that story sequence will work whether you have 100 followers or you have 100 million followers. It's the same story sequence. It's the same engagement because it's not about size that's giving connection. So what I'm going to do in the next 13 slides tonight is I'm going to show you exactly how to turn your Instagram stories into a repeatable revenue machine with no massive following necessary. Okay? Put the word yes, YASSSSSSS if you're like, yes, tell me all the things, because that's what we're going to do. Okay? Let's go. So story selling psychology. This is what we did on day one, right? You were taught in real life to show and tell, not story sell. That's why a lot of your content isn't converting. I wanted to find another way to say this, even though I taught you all of this on day one. I wanted to find other ways to say this to you so you could understand. You were taught to show and tell, like at school. You were not taught to story sell. So instead, you're used to showing a before and after picture with nothing that goes with it. That's why your content isn't converting. You have to understand that when viewers experience your stories, their brains activate as if they're living it. So you're creating emotional buying decisions in your messaging. So a better story with 300 followers will outperform mediocre content with 30,000 followers every single time. Every single time. In fact, one of the top sellers in our company has less followers than me. I have a woman who recruits a whole lot more than me and has a third of the size of following that I do in her network marketing business. And I have another woman who has no following whatsoever on social media. It's very small and makes 6 figures a month because her stories sell. Okay. Day 2, we talked about crafting your story first offer. I told you to stop leading with your product because your audience needs to be able to see themselves in your story before they even consider what your solution is. Right? So we talked about that. We also talked about teaching through micro stories. So taking really complex ideas and breaking them into 15-second story chunks instead of info dumps. Did that rhyme? I tried. Okay. We also talked about you are a series. You are not a movie. So your content should feel binge worthy. Queen Latifah didn't just like one of my reels, by the way. She liked 3 of them, which means she saw 3 of my reels that she liked, and she took the time to emotionally engage with them. That's what you want. You want people coming back. You don't want to be the one-time spectacle because you went viral, okay? Scroll stopping sequences. We talked about on day 3, the 4-slide formula, the proven sequence that transforms casual viewers into buyers. I got so many messages from you guys. Like, I want to look at in the comment section. Like, I just have to tell you right now, like, when you guys are like posting your results inside the Messy to Millions Facebook group of your wins, it makes me happy. Okay. Marina, I have never had anyone engage on my story sequences before now. Marina, I got 2 new sales because of the 4-slide formula that we used inside of the stories cash flow. Oh my gosh. Isn't that crazy? How many of you got a sale? Drop the word sale in the comments if you got a sale during the 5 days. During the 5 days. It's been longer than 5 days because we masterclass. I gave you guys a couple more days to go watch the replays. How many of you got a sale? Drop sale in the comments. How many of you got a new lead? Drop the word lead in the comments. How many of you got more engagement? Drop the word engagement in the comments section. Look at this. Sale, 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 sale. I'm not making this up. Sale, sale. Alicia, you were one of them. Yes, boo. Joyce got a lead. I love it. Alicia got a sale. Shammer got a sale. Amy got 2 leads. Georgiana got a sale. Yes, boo. And a lead. Tara got more engagement. More engagement. You see what I'm saying? Look at this. Engagement. Can't make this stuff up. Shammer got leads. Yeah. So what happened with this 4-slide formula? What did we do? What did we do with it? We had a pattern interrupt, right? A pattern interrupt. This was the shock factor. This was like visual, a statement, a question, forcing them to be like, wait, what did she just say? Look at this, Michelle. 3 sales, tons of leads. I love it. Yes. Yes. Pattern interrupt. Number 2, you mirror. You mirror, reflect their exact pain point or desire. You're tired of posting content that nobody sees. That would be something that I would use. What's the mirror? You're tired of zipping up your jeans and the zipper getting stuck in the belly flap. The 3rd slide, the micro shift. Offer a small, actionable insight that changes their perspective immediately. The 4th is then the invite, giving them a clear next step that feels natural and valuable. See what happens? Stories that sell versus stories that keep them tapping forward. Stories that sell. You can make sales in 4 slides. Some of you have to practice this. You're not going to get it right away. It's okay. You got to practice this. This took me a hot minute to get, just so you guys know. It took me a minute. Some of you are getting sales and it took me a year to figure this out. So I'm so proud of you. Your goal is to get people to say, what is that? To engage with your polls, to engage with your content, and find the story sequences that work. Here's what I want to tell you. I'm going to bring myself up really quick so you guys can understand this, okay? Not every 4 slides is going to be a hit. It's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be. You're supposed to look for the story sequences that hit. Track. Every business should be tracking their engagement, tracking the comments, tracking the sales, the leads, or what comes from. So then you know to put it in your evergreen content so you can reuse it again. Okay? Let's keep going. Day 4, we talked about pitching like a human. We talked about the aggressive pitching that creates resistance. We talked about don't apologize and pitch, because these are signals that you don't believe in your offer. These are signals that you don't have, that you're not walking in proximity, that you are not in proximity of the authority, people. That's what this means. It means you're boring and broke. You need to pitch it like it's a gift. Like it's a gift. And we don't want to feature dump in your stories. Okay. This is not a story. This is a master class. So you're going to see that I'm going to feature dump, but I'm not in stories right now. Some of you are getting so much information in stories. People like, it is just, you're giving them information constipation. Like they just can't handle it. You know what I mean? You need to make the pitch feel like a gift. Like they're so lucky that they're going to get it. And we went over that inside of day 4. Okay. Now, some of you are like, yeah, but I have a small audience, small income. Well, here's one of my Brand Me On Demand students and coaches, Christine. I'm showing you right now. She has 1,600 followers. She generated $2,000 in her launch using the exact story frameworks and my 10K sprint that I'm going to show you guys in a minute. She had one 90-day, one 30-day, one VIP session, and she's waiting confirmation on another. She made $2,500 with less than 1,700 followers. You know what happened? She had the belief shift, and her connection is converting. 90% of sales come from trust, not follower count. How many of you are like, I want a 10K sprint. I want to learn how she did that. Drop 10K sprint. If you're like, I want the 10K sprint, I want to learn what that is. Stick around. Stick around. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it, okay? But let's talk about something that makes my heart so happy, and that is repurposing content. So whenever I find myself, damn, I look cute. Donna, you make me look good, boo. Donna makes me look good, y'all. Like, I can't even lie. Like, I look good on these slides, right? What if you could take one story that you did that did well, turn that into a reel, turn that into a caption with a selfie. You could turn that into an email. You could turn that into an SMS text. You could turn it and expand on it and turn it into a blog. In fact, Marina On Demand will take your story sequence and you tell her to let's expand and turn it into a blog, a 3,000 word blog. She will do that for you. And then you tell her, great, now let's turn it into a carousel post on Instagram. She will do it for you, matching your micro niche. What if she then scripts out the reel for you? For those of you that have Marina On Demand, I hope you're listening right now. Have her script out the reel for you so you can do it. She'll even tell you how to cut it and where to look. Ooh, that wasn't good for my neck. Yeah. How about she will also then write your masterclass so you can sell your offer. She will script your masterclass. Look at Angeline's like, you have no idea. I love Marina On Demand. It's the bomb. Georgiana, I did 3 of those with Marina On Demand. Yeah. And then you save it evergreen. What if I told you that I can launch new programs that have SEO in them, meaning people will actually find them. My micro niche finds my posts, finds my blogs, finds my pins, finds every part of my social media because of Marina On Demand. I'm going to show you guys something at the end of this that's going to blow your mind for those of you that stick around who really want to see how deep Marina On Demand goes. Melissa Swaney did an incredible demo, and I want to share that with you guys because I think some of you need to see it in real action to understand the power of Marina On Demand. But these are cash systems. This is going to put cash systems over content chaos. Do you understand? That's what we're doing. When I say cash systems, when I say systems, it means how do you put yourself in proximity, in authority, where you can grow your list, but do less in your brand. You have to nail this part, your messaging. Everyone that you are attracting is because of your messaging. If you're attracting broke people, your messaging is broke. If you're attracting whiny people, your messaging is whiny. If you're attracting people that are like, cuckoo, cuckoo, you need to rein in your message. It's too cuckoo. Holly said, I just did the demo yesterday and was amazing. Yay! Cheryl said the demo rocked. Get your demo, y'all. Get your demo. All right, let's keep going because I got a lot to cover. How about having a system to automate? Meaning, what if, okay, I'm going to bring my Fotch back up here for a second, okay? What if every time somebody commented on your story, like with the word steps, commented on a reel steps, you could actually capture that contact from social media, get them on your lead list, and then you can auto reply, collect their email, and nurture them if they're unqualified for future conversion. I'm going to show you something that I didn't even realize how powerful this was until myself. When you have people commenting on Instagram or replying and you can't keep up and they want the information to start the conversation, I'm telling you right now, this has been one of the most powerful things. I posted one slide, and we did this in the very beginning, VIPers, one slide with a bunch of words I wish I had it so that I could bring it up. Actually, I think I do have it. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring it in. Let's see, image file. Let's see. Hold on. Hold that thought. Where'd I put it? Oh, it's on desktop. That's why. Here it is. Perfect. Perfect. This one right here. Wow, I'm so smart. Look at this. Okay. So this right here, I cracked the busy mom code and created 50 plus pieces of content in less than 24 minutes using ChatGPT. FYI, it was Marina on Demand, but I know people don't know the language of what Marina on Demand is. So I use ChatGPT because that's the language that my micro niche uses. I wrote a whole article on how I did it. Comment 345 and I'll shoot you over my article. 345, 345, 345, 345 was coming in like this, like this, like this. Copy paste, no thank you. Can you imagine my nails? What that would have been like? Can you imagine what that would have been like? Okay, so I put this in my stories. This is one of the ways you can generate leads. Everybody's like, I want it, I want it. You got Marina on Demand, you're good. It's just an article about me telling you why you need Marina on Demand, just an FYI. That's what it was. And then it showed you how to do exactly what I just said. Take one story sequence and turn it into 50 pieces of content. Insane, right? Okay. So how was I able to keep up without, I don't know, being chained to my phone for the next 5,000 hours, ignoring my husband, ignoring my kids, not being present when I should be? It would have been nuts. It would have been nuts. It wouldn't have been worth it, is my point. It wouldn't have been worth it, right? Because sometimes they're unqualified leads too. And the last thing you want to do is spend thousands of hours with unqualified leads. But this is a great way to grow your list and grow your list fast. We also teach inside of Brand Me On Demand social media tools as far as like ad spend and ads that you can run to something like this that will get you $5 a day ads. We talk about that inside of Brand Me On Demand. But I want to show you the power of this, okay? So let me remove this. Let me go back here. And I want to put this back up here. Let's watch this. All right. So I'm going to show you exactly how Brand Me On Demand is going to help you automate your comments. This is powerful. It also like goes back and forth with the DMs. Now, some of you are already using ManyChat, and here's what I want you to know. That's cool, but ManyChat isn't like where everything is in one place, okay? Brand Me On Demand tools puts all of your stuff in one place, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. But first, let's go look at the reel that I created. Let's go look at the reel that I created. Hold on. That we are going to work with. So here's the reel that I created right here. Okay. That I gave you the exact script for, how to use it for your niche, all the things, right? This is the one that we're going to be working off of. And I gave you the same exact formula right here on what I used for you to use. Okay. Now, what we want to do is we want to make sure that anybody that comments on that reel, I don't have to sit there and like copy paste, I got you, boo, 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 all that. We don't have time for that. So we are going to automate this piece. Now, does that mean you're going to do this on every single one of your reels? No, you're not. Because remember, we talked about on day one, the power of the comment section. But this, however, is a way for you to quickly acquire leads and to always acquire leads. Okay. So here's how it's going to work. Let me go to here. Let me share this tab instead. Inside of Brand Me On Demand, you will see there's something called automations. And inside the automations, you can see I have a lot that are going on here. You'll see, look, the real cash flow. I had over 1,800 people that came in through that automation. And in these automations, you could choose some pretty cool things. So I'm going to start from scratch so I can show you how to create an actual trigger from the comment. So I'm going to add a new trigger. I'm going to put in Instagram. I'm going to click on Instagram comment. I'm going to pick the page, which is Marina Simone. The post is a published post, and the post is this one right here. Okay. So what I did is I just said, when someone comments on my post on Instagram, on this specific Instagram, it's a published post and it's this. You'll see that there's custom. You always just want it to be published. Okay. I'm going to, if this will consider only the first level comments. So we want to turn that on. Okay. Now there's a whole bunch of filters that you can add. Exact match. And I'm going to put in the word automate because that is the word that I chose, automate. So I want only the people that comment the word automate to receive this automation. So I'm going to save the trigger. Boom. So I'm going to actually turn it on too in a minute because you'll see right here it's not on. So I'm going to save it because I always save. Okay. Then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say, okay, they commented. Now what do I want to do? Now I want to collect their information. So I can come over here and I can choose to connect it to my email. So I'm going to connect it to ActiveCampaign, or I can just put them over onto a Google Sheet. And so that's what I'm going to do. So for most of you, you're going to put them on a Google Sheet. Where's the Google Sheet? Hold on. We don't want ActiveCampaign. We don't want Stripe. It's not letting me discover all actions. There we go. Google Sheet. I'm going to make it go to a Google Sheet. Okay. Then I'm going to choose it. I'm going to say I wanted to create a new spreadsheet row. And then I'm going to choose mine. I'm going to select a drive. So I'll just say my drive. And then I have an actual, let's see. I think I have one. Let me do this one. And I'm going to select a worksheet. There. We're going to put it into here. Okay. Starting column is this. Ending column is, we're just going to say date added. Okay. Now the lead A, I'm going to put their name, their first name, their full name. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Boom. Okay. And then I'm going to save that action. So for me right now, I'm not going to actually do that. I'm just going to show you how to get the comments. So they commented. Now what I want them to do is I want to reply in the comment section. Now, here's where it gets really cool, okay? This is automatically going to reply. So what you can do is you can take what I taught you on day 1 and you can apply it here. Really quick, for just quick reasons only, I'm going to come. Anytime somebody replies with automate, I'm going to send a message. I'm going to say, yes, actually, yep. Yes, Queen, so excited for you. Check your DMs. I might have ended up in your other box. So pumped for you. Check your DMs. I might have ended up in your other box. Link is in your inbox, Queen. Might need to check your other box. Now, remember what I said about comments being something important, like where it tells the algorithm things. So when you're doing this, I'm just doing this quickly right now. Well, keep that in mind. Yes, I can't wait to take your automation in Reels to the next level, right? So make sure you add that in there, okay? I want to make sure I also like the comments. That's important, okay? I'm going to save the action. Boom. Okay, so far, what have we done? We have picked the post that they're going to comment a specific word on. We're going to respond to each comment. And now we want to get into their DMs. Instagram DM. Okay, I can select a template or I can create the message. So here's the thing. I've actually created a message flow for you guys that you will get via peers. You're going to get it. But I'm just going to quickly just grab here. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to type the name and see where it says name. I'm just going to put in contact first name. Hey, thanks for wanting to automate your comment section. Here's your link to join the, now I'm not going to give them the link right away. Yes, I am. TheRealCashFlow.com. I end with a question. Quick question. How many hours a week are you currently spending on your manual DM? Just curious how much time we're going to give you back. Right? Save action. Now, what does that do? It's going to put me into conversation. So now I'm going to publish and I'm going to hit save. Boom. Now, let's come over here. Share this tab and said, anyone that comments the word automate, this is what's going to happen. You're going to get an automatic reply and you will get a message from me. Now, obviously, I'm commenting on my own, so it's not working, but you guys can go and you can check it out and see that, okay? That is just one of the powerful things. Share this time and said, this is one of the most powerful things that we're doing inside of Brand Me On Demand tools. When you're in Brand Me On Demand, this is something we show you how to set up and we help you literally monetize the crap out of it. So I'm going to call this Automate Reel Challenge. Because guess what? I can now come and I can add in another Instagram post I do down the road and have the same thing. You can have multiple triggers. You could do a comment just on a post. It doesn't have to be a reel. So with that being said, let me stop sharing. Let me bring my face back up. Okay, for those of you that are like, oh my gosh, like I need that tool in Marina On Demand, book your demo. That's why we keep saying book your demo. Go to demomod.com and one of your concierges will get booked with you. And guys, there's only a certain amount of times that we're doing this. Like there's only a certain amount of times. And Friday, all of the prices double, all of the bonuses expire. So if you have not booked your demo, get your demo in now. Because if you don't have your demo booked in, meaning like you didn't book your demo before Friday, then you aren't going to get any of the Godfather prices. That's what I'm calling them, the Godfather prices. Okay. So let's go back because now we've got some other things. So most of you can see that your content isn't just the problem, right? You can see that content isn't just the only problem that you have. You've done a lot of the hard work. You're just not able to scale it. How many of you are like, I've created some stories that work. My audience is starting to engage. I'm starting to create some momentum. I want to scale it, but I don't have frameworks. I need feedback and I need automation. Drop automation in the comments if you're like, I just don't get it. Well, that's why we're here. That is why we're here.
Hey guys, Lori Howard here. Super excited to be down here. I actually met Marina online. I heard about her through other entrepreneurs, and I knew that if I wanted to take my business further faster as an entrepreneur, she was definitely going to be the girl that would take me there. I just had my first launch with her. I literally just started putting it out there. I gained the confidence that I needed to talk about what was important to me, and I was able to take in about $18,000 in my first ever launch, and I'm looking forward to what's to come and on all the growth. So thank you, Marina.
I'm Dana from Long Island, New York. Really excited to be here at this Face with Everybody. This is actually my third year. I met Marina back in 2019, and I was a little minion of a network marketer, and I was going through some personal issues a few years after we met, and she had started this amazing program. I was a student, I've been a coach. I just want to be a part of all of it. And this is my third year coming to an experience like this. And every year I grow so much bigger and I get so much more deeper into who I am as a person alongside the brand and business that I'm building. And last year, from year 2 to 3, was such an experience that I went from wanting something so much bigger than myself for what it seemed. And we did these amazing workshops. And from the moment I walked out the door, I took action. And in a year, I started a business that was a hobby and it became an official company. I was able to buy a house that I never thought I could. I started making thousands more dollars a month than I ever thought I would. And I just keep growing and diving deeper every single time. I am blessed to have the opportunity to have these experiences with Marina. So I'll be here every year. That's for sure.
I'm Elisa Frias, and I came across Marina on Instagram, kind of stalked her for a little while, and signed up for different little challenges of hers. And I stuck around because I loved her heart and her integrity. And I got the opportunity to do Brand Me on Demand, which I absolutely want to create a brand. And I've been in other coaching programs before and spent more than double what I paid for Marina and didn't really get anything from them. Now, with the Brand Me on Demand, I'm actually building a brand and have people that are coming to me for my offers. So that's huge.
Hi, my name is Jenna McKim, and I live in Southern Indiana. I live right across the river from Louisville, Kentucky. Most people know where that is. I am a mental performance coach for young athletes. I've been in education for over 16 years. I'm a middle school counselor as well, and I help empower the young athlete to overcome any negative thoughts or challenges that they are having, not only in sports, but also in life. I've been working on my business for the last 2 years, and I really haven't gotten as far as I would like to. I have followed Marina for a really long time, and I did the Slay Online Sales Summit, and it was amazing. Once I did the Slay Online Sales Summit and upgraded to the VIP, got the workbook and all the things, like how do you not take that next step to work with her and the team to help build out your business? I know nothing about building a funnel or sales or anything like that. You want me to work with your kids? I'm great. I can do that all day long. That's what I was made to do. But the business side of things, I can do it. I just don't know what I don't know. And that's what Marina and her team are here to help with. Before, my business was very minimal and I would have clients off and on, not really with a vision of where to go or how to proceed. After I had my one-on-one session with Marina to plan out all of those things, it was like a light bulb moment and so very helpful. She and I had our one-on-one session. It was 45 minutes. I got more in that 45 minutes than in the last coaching program that I was in for 6 months. And she laid out a plan. She talked me through it and helped me lay out a plan of what my content should look like throughout the week, how I should be marketing, what I should be doing, how much value I should be giving, and that I should always be giving more value than anything else, right? That's what we're here to do to help. I'm a counselor. Counselors are helpers, and that's what I'm here to do, is to help. I did have some branding before I met Marina, but I wouldn't necessarily say it was like cohesive in all of the things. I was trying to do everything on my own, and here we have a team, and not just a team of people to help, but you have an amazing community community of people that you can reach out to, and they are going to be there to answer your questions, encourage you, support you, lift you up however they can. I know a lot of people have hesitations about joining because it is a financial commitment, but I will tell you that this financial commitment is nothing compared to what some other programs out there you would have to pay for, and you get a whole lot more here than you would anyplace else. And Marina, like she says, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm keeping it real. And who doesn't need that in life? I love that she is her all the way around and all the time. She is a God girl, but she's also going to tell you how it is. So don't we all need somebody like Marina in our lives? My goal for my business is to help, obviously, as many teen athletes and families as I possibly can. I would love to be able to grow by 20 clients a month. I would love to be able to do more than that. But it's like anything. It's like learning to ride a bike. You start out slowly, right? And the more you work at it, the better you get. And the better you get, the faster and farther you can go. So while we might be starting out, it feels like we're starting out slow at the beginning because we don't know what we don't know. Marina's going to teach us all the things. We're going to go fast and we're going to go further because we are working with her and with her team. If you're on the fence about joining Brand Me On Demand, my question is, what are you waiting for? Like, are you waiting for something else to come along that's just going to poof magically, like make it all happen for you? Because that's not going to happen. Are you just like, this is a hobby? If so, then that's fine. Like, this probably isn't for you. But if you really want to create a business and change your life, then what are you waiting for? Why not you? Why not now? Brand Me On Demand is for you if you actually want to take action and have action steps and plans. Like, there are action steps to do every day, every week. There are plans for you to do. Like, it is amazing, all of the support that this community offers. And I don't know what you're waiting for. Like, why are you not in here already? So anyhow, Brand Me On Demand is awesome. I don't know what you're waiting for, people. Like Marina and Mel and all the other coaches, they are the bee's knees. That's probably not a term people say anymore, but they're awesome. So if you really are serious about wanting to change your life, not just going to change your business, it's going to change your life too. You're going to take action to change you for the better, to work through all the stuff that's been sitting way, way down that you have been pushing down and ignoring and you don't want to deal with. It's going to come to a head and you're going to have to deal with it so that you can become the best version of you. And Brand Me On Demand not only is going to help you with your business, but it's going to help you with you. Bye.
Christine Burke here from Chatham, Kent, Ontario. I'm a midlife mom. I'm a wife. I have 3 kids, and I help women over 50 take back their body confidence in menopause and midlife so they can do whatever the F they want. So before Brand Me On Demand, I kind of had the basics of branding. I knew what I was doing, but I was really unsure as to how all the pieces fit together in a funnel. Sometimes I was a little bit confused by the word funnel, what that actually meant. I really wanted to connect at a higher level with my audience. I'm a coach and was really looking for the right person to work with. And I knew that right now social media is a little bit crazy. It's a little bit competitive. So I was looking for a coaching program where I could get the exact system, like exact steps on what I needed to do to create a new funnel that was dialed in 100% to that woman that I wanted to serve so that I could ultimately get more sales. So I was looking for an uncomplicated way to build a new funnel without it costing me lots of money and without getting overwhelmed with the whole process. So my goal before Brand Me On Demand was to simply just create a new funnel and to really take advantage of the on-demand coaching inside of the Brand Me On Demand community. And of course, to be able to work with Marina Simone. So I was a bit hesitant at first because I wasn't sure that I could handle it all, right? It seemed like such a big task to create this new funnel, but I quickly realized that, of course, Marina is very hands-on and nobody in the community is ever left behind. So clear, step-by-step on-demand coaching with support for all levels of building the funnel and just marketing in general. How to create an email, how to write a blog, how to create a sales page, how to build productivity in your day as an entrepreneur, all the mindset strategies also to support you through the process. All on demand. It's great. So after 3 months of Brand Me On Demand, I had a brand new funnel, an absolutely irresistible offer for my ideal client that I now felt more in tune with than I'd ever done before. So my email list has grown by 300 people. I'm having higher quality conversations with that woman that I really want to help and serve, and my sales have increased. So the coolest part of Brand Me On Demand that I absolutely love, and honestly, this in itself paid for the entire course, and that is how Marina is using ChatGPT. So I thought I was using ChatGPT and AI to its fullest extent, but it wasn't until I got into the Brand Me On Demand program and learned Marina's specific prompts and how she fits that into the strategy to create the funnel. I'm pretty sure nobody else is using these prompts, and it allowed me to basically 10x the whole process in very little time. So she's taken us through a step-by-step process to develop the exact pain points, the real conversations, the things that our person is really struggling with, hopes, goals, dreams, everything, very, very specific. And so that whole process from start to finish, from sales pages, video scripts, reels, emails, blogs, is very, very effective, and it's awesome. It's all just happened 10 times faster than I could have done on my own. So now that I have the most important parts of my business all set up, I can focus on all the things that I want to in my business. That's nurturing my leads, having conversations with my leads, and having more sales, getting more clients, and just making a greater impact. So any serious entrepreneur knows that you have to have a brand, but you also need to have a functioning funnel. This is something I didn't really get it until I was in Brand Me On Demand. You need to have a funnel that's clear and that's operating out there on automation without having to use a gazillion different service providers. I would recommend Brand Me On Demand to any serious entrepreneur really looking to level up their brand, create a funnel in a very simple way without the overwhelm and without it costing you a ton of money. So if you're sitting on the fence, you need to get into Brand Me On Demand. The whole process will open up so many doors for you and really 10x your brand. And there's only one Marina Simone.
I'm back. How do I add myself to the stage? Here we go. Hi, guys. Look at all this. I see it. Tawanda's like, I'm a menopause coach. Woo, woo. Yes, boo. I have to read this because this is really important for you guys to understand, because I know you guys are like, oh, what are the bonuses? How much is it? Okay, we're not there yet. And let me tell you why we're not there yet. Okay, I need you to understand the power of what we're doing inside of Brand Me On Demand, because I have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaches, and I know some of you have as well. In fact, this is a powerhouse quantum healer and affiliate marketer, Araldi, and she just had a newborn baby. So she literally joined 2 weeks after she had her newborn baby. Brand Me On Demand. Okay, watch this. She said she's invested nearly $200,000 in coaching and currently is in a $50,000 program. She says that not as a flex, but to show you that she's been searching for alignment, searching for clarity, searching for a way to show up in her fullness without losing herself in the process. Everything felt heavy. She kept being told that she had to sound a certain way. Untouchable, always up there, so people would respect her or see her as the expert. And when she tried to just speak her truth, she found like her truth was coming from a place of pain, exhaustion, and past trauma. And it wasn't always palatable. It was real, but it was too heavy. And she knew deep down that it was not the voice that she was speaking with. She said it wasn't until she discovered, she took a challenge called the Real Cash Flow, that everything started to click. She said she quit. Okay, this is when it hit her. This is her voice. This is her voice. She said, this is how I get to create transformation, not through suffering or carrying the weight of the world, but through resonance, frequency, and ease. Even though I literally quit my coaching business last year because it felt too heavy, this space reminded me of who I am. I am someone who activates wealth in people. I release trauma. I ignite deep core healing and help people return to themselves. And I can do that with a light heart, with joy, with powerful softness. So I want you guys to understand how powerful that is. She also, within the first 30 days, what's that noise? That's weird. I heard like a creak noise. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was the fan. Anyway, I want you guys to know that 2 weeks, 3 weeks, she had her funnel up. She's already booking calls. She's already got people interested in her offers. She is literally 10xing her business, and she just had a newborn baby. Okay? So you're like, I don't know if I can do this. She just had a newborn baby. Okay? Here, this one I love. Monique, I'm so proud of you. Melissa just sent this to me. She said, I finished my funnel minus the 2 minutes video and email workflow. Thank you so much. So nervous. Maybe 100% ready tomorrow. Her funnel is ready to go. Her funnel is ready to go. Jane said, I felt the same way. I invested so much and gotten nothing as far as my money back yet. I've learned and gotten nuggets from other trainers, and I'm currently paying over $500 for another that I only had 6 months to complete. I joined Brand Me On Demand scared. After listening to Marina yesterday, I knew I had made the right decision. If I don't do it, I will never know. I hope to see you on the other side. Alicia, shout out. She said, after Marina's session last night inside of Brand Me On Demand, I got to work. I have my free group laid out, my small offer, which will be $500 a year, my medium offer, which will be $1,500, the Calm AF Foundation's 2-month course self-paced digital program, her big offer, $5K, her 6-month immersive course. She was able to also get on a session with Mel about blogs. Samantha said, I'm in network marketing. My first month in Brand Me On Demand, I ranked up twice and got my highest month yet because of Marina and Brand Me On Demand. I've been able to get really clear on my niche and start showing up with my own voice. I'm finally attracting my people. Now I'm working on creating my own offers outside of network marketing. Linda said, Cheryl, I'm in network marketing. I've been Brand Me On Demand for 2.5 months. I have a full-time day job too. I've been able to build a funnel, my lead magnet, and start of an email list. I'm just about to launch my dollar offer. I have many people comment on my rebranding of social media platforms. I'm getting so much more engagement. This is our dashboard. You don't just get me. This is what we do. You see all these sessions? We have an email workshop session that was today at 7 p.m. Eastern. Tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have a session going on right now inside of Brand Me On Demand, teaching you how to build 6-figure retreats. Tomorrow, there's a Go High Level training inside of Brand Me On Demand tools. We show up troubleshooting with you so we can help you in real time as you're working on these things. On Wednesday, Marina On Demand session, how to use Marina On Demand to 10x your content. Funnel building workshops. We have Mind Over Matter workshops, productivity workshops, and Embody Her branding workshop. Y'all, it's no joke. It's no joke what we're doing inside of Brand Me On Demand. So it's not just one thing. And you guys are like, what are the bonuses? Here's what's happening. We loaded up all of the viral reel formulas. If you missed the real cash flow, you're getting that. Brand cash flow, you're getting that. Messy to Millions workshop, you're getting that. The $1 Million Launch Vault, you're getting that. The content calendars, you're getting that. Our private client community, you're getting that. All of that. The DM automation system that I just showed you, you're getting that. All of these are going to end by Friday night. Okay? Friday night. You have to get your demo booked in before Friday night. And when you take action, there's 10 people. The first 10 people are going to get these offers right here. Okay? So here it is. This is me. I'm not pitching. This is me giving you the gist of it. Okay? When you book a demo, you can go more in depth of what this is. The price is going back to $16,979 Friday. It's going back on Friday. Going back on Friday. It's literally half the price right now. It's half the price. Book your demo. Don't say I didn't warn you. Book your demo. Okay? So what do you get? You're going to get Marina On Demand for a whole year, included for free when you join. You get a one-on-one branding session with me. I will brand you from scratch. You will not sound like anybody else. Nobody else will have your micro niche. They won't sound like you. They won't have your tagline, nothing. They won't have any of it. We are personalizing your strategy call so we can identify your unique story angle. We're going to create your offer ladder together. Build your complete product suite from low to high ticket offers. I'm going to throw in and give you my Messy to Millions Masterclass. It's a $2,000 value that we're going to dig deep. You're going to cry. You're going to bring the tissues for that. Every single one of you. Remember I mentioned my 10K sprint cash method? That is also inside of Brand Me On Demand. That's the exact framework you can use to make your first $10,000 using stories, reels, DMs, social media. We have a retreat once a year. Every year, that retreat, you have a ticket to attend the retreat. You don't have to pay. You pay your way to get there. You pay your own hotel, but you don't have to pay for a ticket. That is a $3,000 retreat ticket that is included. And every single week, I show up and coach you in real time. Okay? Okay. Now,
Hi there, I'm Renee St. Clair, and I'm participating in the Stories That Sell challenge.
wait, let me go back.
Hi there.
Hold on. Let me pause this really quick, okay? So this is, I wanted you guys who have not booked a demo to see what happens to people that book a demo. I wanted you to get the feel of what would happen. Some of you are like, I'm not going to invest. I'm not booking a demo. Watch this. Watch this, please. Okay? This woman said, I'm not booking a demo. I'm not giving you money. I don't have any money. I'm not doing this. I'm not investing in my business. This is all the things that she said. I need you to hear her.
Renee St. Clair, and I'm participating in the Stories That Sell challenge from Marina. And I was assigned the concierge with a VIP upgrade, Melissa Swaney. And I just had my 1 hour call with her where she goes over and helps with clarity on everything that's been going over with the class. And I got a Marina on Demand demo. And I must say, Melissa, I just cannot even begin to tell you how powerful that hour was. And I don't know that you went into this knowing that it would be, but it really was. As you were asking me questions to try to deep dive into my niche, I've actually found out things about myself that I wasn't even aware of. And I found this out by the post prompts that Marina on Demand actually put out after the fact. And several of the posts connected very deeply. And I'm like, wow, I don't know how it figured out how that was me or what have you, but I cannot wait to level up my business and to actually get to know myself better, because it seems like Marina on Demand is going to be quite the therapist for me. So I do encourage you to get this, even if it's just for several months. It is going to be a great way to truly get your authentic self out there on social media, help other people grow, and to really build on your own personal self and your brand. Okay.
Y'all. Oh, where'd I go? I'm right here. So this is about power in your proximity, right? We talked about the authority. You want to walk in the authority, you need to be around the authority. Some of you are like, you are not for me. Renee, I love you. Yes, Renee, that was Renee. She's a real person, y'all. She's right here. She's a real person. Thank you for doing that video for me. I love you so much. This is about peace, power, and a brand that banks. Some of you are like, I don't know. Type the word demo right now if you need us to reach out to you because you're too scared to book the demo yourself. Drop demo. We are literally looking for the next bankable brands that we are going to promote. That's how we are doing things inside of Brand Me on Demand. Now, I want to prep and prime you for what's coming up next. Some of you are like, I'm done. That's okay. Jump off. Totally fine. We're going to announce the winners tomorrow. So tag a friend. Tag a friend. But I want to show you now in depth. I edited a demo that Melissa did, and I want you to just see what Marina on Demand is capable of. You don't join us in Brand Me on Demand, get Marina on Demand. Get Marina on Demand. She's not ChatGPT, and we're going to show you how right now. Okay? Here we go.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to grab my glasses.
Sure. Of course. So basically, I'm just saying that we're here. This is Marina on Demand. It's a ChatGPT extension. So this is my ChatGPT. I just go and I click on the Marina on Demand, and then I know anything I'm typing in here
business wise will go through this way. It's also an excellent. I'm going to do this with you too. I want to give you some of this as well. It's also a coach. So this is not just a robotic thing that it's not like a automated thing that it's like, if I enter this in, it spits this out. You'll see it's her brain working. I'm going to ask it at the end of this to ask me any other questions that it might need to know about you. And the really fun thing for me is that I sit here and do this all day, and the questions are never the same. Sometimes it doesn't ask questions. It's just so much more validation for me to realize like this really is a brain working. It's not just a computer output of what it's saying. It's not asking the same 3 questions. It really wants to hear based on what I'm writing. The other thing I want to point out to you is that this is not with prompts. So usually with ChatGPT, you would say like act as an expert marketer when you're prompting it to do this. She's trained this so much that it is her brain working, that I don't need to do prompts, although she does have a ton of prompts that come with it. But this is just brain dumping. I literally was taking notes from what you were saying out of your mouth, and we're going to see what it does. So I said, I'm here with Michelle. She has a floral and home decor business, and kind of lifestyle, a gardening kind of business. And my spelling when I'm typing very fast is horrible, kind of like Martha Stewart. She is selling wreaths and sugar scrubs and painted signs. She's physically making the products and mailing it out. Her name of business is Flourish by Michelle, and she's on social media. She used to be in a brick and mortar and closed that down and went online. The main reason was because, so I'm giving all of this backstory because, Michelle, here's the difference. As much as vulnerable as you're going to be able to be and share this parts of your story, people will connect to you. So like if I just see the lady selling wreaths, I'm like, oh, that's cute. Like I might want to wreath them. I might buy it, I might not. But if I understand that the lady selling this had a brick and mortar and had to close it down because she had cancer, because of this, because of that, I just feel more like connected to you, that you're a human, that like I can relate to, like you've got autoimmune issues, I've got like I can just relate. So it's more about how can we humanize who you are so that people want to buy from you because they want to support from you. And so that's why I want to give it as much. And it's as much as you want to share on social media or not, right? Like, I don't know. Do you want to maybe your niche is only people who are divorced and rekindle with their spouse, right? Like that's a very, very detailed thing, but you want to find that thing that someone could say, that's me too, and I'm going to buy her stuff. Okay. You've been online since 2017. This is her full-time job. Her business isn't where she wants to be. She struggles with time management, has 9 autoimmune issues and 5 grandkids, and her mind is always going and worried. She doesn't have a niche, but she's been talking to moms and grandmas. She targets people who are into crafting. She would love to teach classes at some point, but not sure how to do that. She sells things every day for all year round. Seasonal items sell the most, probably age range. Okay. Can you write 5 converting posts for her and ask us more questions to help us define this? I'll just say fine tune. Okay, so that's just a gist. That was pretty broad because I didn't go into age range or what the profession is. That was very general. So let's see what it does. And we might need to dig deeper. And what Marina talks about is 7 layers deep. So again, I'm not going to go 7 layer deep with this. That's, not what I'm doing with the demo, but I want you to see what can come up even with just the general things that we have going on. So, yes, this is exactly what, I guess what she's getting from this is what brand man, see, I've never seen it do this. This is what I love. I've never once had it say that from what I typed in. But you're the story, the soul, the product, and the people, and your brand voice, messaging, clarity, and confidence needs a glow up, period. Let's hit you with 5 converting posts that start showing ideas to start showing up like a CEO of Flourish by Michelle and not just a worker bee in business. So 5 women who feels like your life's like, if you're a woman who's felt like life tried to break you, this wreath is for you, not just decor, it's survival in bloom. So that's how she's making the wreath. Instead of it's just a pretty wreath on your door, it's giving meaning to it. And then somebody who might be struggling might be like, well, I want a wreath to look at every day I walk through the door. I already feel crappy about myself. Like I want to open a door every day and feel good. So there's ways you can tie emotion around what you're selling versus just here's a wreath.
Okay. I like that.
Okay, so if your front porch doesn't scream fall fairy queen, what are we even doing? So then the story is tie the wreath to memories, like how the smell of cinnamon pine.
Okay, it froze. It froze. It froze. You guys get the point of it though? By the end of the demo, she was emotional because she finally felt connected to her brand. It wasn't just a wreath on a door that she was selling. She was selling 10% more happiness. We talked about this. Selling the happiness. How do you take what you sell? A pen. I talk to my Brand Me On Demand students about this all the time. This pen. How do you sell this to a woman with menopause? How do you sell this to a single woman who's divorced? How do you sell this to a man who wants to make more sales? How is this pen going to make them 10% more happier? You have to learn how to use your language to sell them 10% more happiness, and they will exchange with you, right? We talked about that inside of the stories. It's the same thing. It's the same idea. But some of you don't have this OMG belief behind what you're selling. I can tell you right now, Marina On Demand will make you 50% more happier. It's going to give you more time with your kids. It's going to give you more time with your husband, more time with your spouse. You're going to have more time to watch and read and podcasts and all the things so you can get to the next level, because you're not going to be wasting time on content. She's going to do it all for you. Without a doubt, I can tell you she's going to make you 50% more happier. Marina On Demand. You have to know that about your product, but you don't realize the happiness that you're selling. You think it's a wreath or a pen or a weight loss system or a meal plan or a jacket. You're not selling the thing. You are what they're buying, and you are selling a vision. If you don't have vision for your business, you are going to stay stuck. If you don't get in proximity for your business, you will stay stuck. And you definitely want to tap into authority. You definitely want to tap into authority. I apologize. We were here a little bit longer than I was supposed to be. But I want you to know there is a reason there are certain brands that continually increase in income. There's brands that flop. There are influencers that were making a whole lot of money during 2020, 21, 2022, 2023 that can't figure it out again. There's a whole bunch of affiliate marketers who are like, I can sell anything on TikTok. It is becoming insane on the online world. But I'll tell you what doesn't change. People buy people. You need to stop selling your thing. And you need to get an authoritative message where you sell 10% more happiness. And that's what we help you do inside of Brand Me On Demand. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you so much for trusting me with your brands and with all of the goods. You guys can watch this replay for the next 72 hours, and then we will be deleting it and putting it to where only those that are VIP can watch this. So if you are watching this live and you want a demo, all you have to do is either drop the word demo in the comments or go to demomod.com. MOD stands for Marina On Demand. Demomod.com. So you can book your demo. If you don't get your demo booked in before this Friday, your price is going to be the $16,000 price. So with that being said, I love you guys. I had so much fun. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. But I got to go jump on the Brand Me On Demand Zoom because I'm a little bit late. And I'm just so grateful, like all of you. That call stuck with me all day today. It was such an eye-opener and gave me the boost I needed. So helpful. Oh, Michelle, I'm so happy. All right, y'all. Mwah! I'll see you guys later. Bye.